In this video, we will fix the error that occurs with launching Jupyter Notebook. So whenever you open it, instead of opening directly in your browser, what you see is an empty web link, and on the terminal, you will see 404 error status, which suggests that the web link is not available. So let's get started. We will start by opening the terminal and doing the conda environment thing and activating the environment that we set up in the previous video. So let's activate the conda environment. When that's activated, let's check the version the Jupyter is installed with. You can see that it is 7.2.1. Let's install Jupyter Notebook with conda. Before we did it with pip, but let's see if this can make a change. Let's check the version again. If it has been altered, now you can see that it has depreciated to 7.0.8. So before it was 7.2.1 and now it's 7.0.8. Let's update it with conda update c conda-forge notebook and see if it gets updated. Let's check the version again. So it has been upgraded to 7.2.1 now. Let's ping it and see if this has created a change and we get to open the notebook directly. Oopsies, nope, it didn't open. Let's copy the URL and see if this works. No, it didn't. So you can see the 404 get error that suggests that the web link is not available. Let's shut the kernel down. Let's change our directory and see if changing directory works, and go to the project folder that we are in. And let's fix the browser that we wanted to open in Chrome, because sometimes Safari doesn't work. Uh-oh, it didn't work. So let's shut the kernel down. And one last time, let's update everything that we have with conda, so that if there's a version mismatch, this can fix that. Let's check the version again, and it is 7.2.1. So now, instead of typing Jupyter Notebook, let's do JupyterLab. So JupyterLab is a next generation user interface including notebook. It has a modular structure where you can open several notebooks or files at the same time, and you can see them in tabs in the same window. It offers more of an IDE-like experience. So now this works, and we can use notebook using JupyterLab. So now, when that's working, let's start our coding in Python and import some basic libraries. When we write import numpy as np, we are instructing the processor to import that particular library. In this case, it is numpy, and name it as np. So whenever we need to use it, we will use it with the name np. Let's rename the project and let's call it our first notebook and run it using the play button. So you will see when When I'll rename it, I'll run the first set of commands that I've written. So there's a play button. Yeah, here it is, and you press it. It says run this cell and advance to the next one. So the asterisk shows that it's still running, and when you can see the number, then the process is finished. So let's start learning coding using the print function. So the print function prints whatever is enclosed in the bracket as output. Here we have a string that is enclosed in the quote. So it is printed as it is. It says this line will be printed. Next, we will initialize a variable called x and set its value as 100. Now when we write print x, the value of x will be printed, and you can note that x is without quotes, so there's no quotes in the print function. We can do both, write text and print value of the variable altogether using print. Write text of your choice in quotes, and where you want the value to be printed, type %d, which is used for integers, and as a variable has an integer value, we will use %d. And then after quotes, we will correlate the %d with the percentage, our variable name, which is x. So you can see now the value stored in variable x is 100, and 100 is the value that we stored in x. We can print values of multiple variables in one command as well. So let's initialize some other variables, for example y and z, with values 200 and 300. And you can print them in the bracket, just write them as comma separated, and all the values will be printed. So if you enclose them in square brackets in the print function, the print will convert it into an array and then print it as a group. So we will learn more about arrays in the next video. Until then, like, share and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your week.